Hello everyone, Mark here, Mark's Max Muscle. And today we are taking a look at Dexter the Blade Jackson versus Samson Dauda because you people voted on it. Well, over 10% anyway. I won't be doing that best quotes in bodybuilding one. Has to be over 10%. I can't believe you guys didn't get that over 10%. But this one here I would not have done. I can tell you that. For free. I don't think that there is much of a point. Dexter the Blade Jackson, he was good. 2009. He was the Olympia champion here. It was right before he lost the title. Lost it in 09. He won in 2008. A very skimpy lineup in 2008. Jay Cutler, not the best. After Ronnie the King Coleman, he sizzled away. It wasn't, stacked lineups like you guys all envision. Well, not all he is, just some people. Here's the front double biceps pose. Oh. Well, Dexter looks pretty good here, I can tell you that. His arms are superior to that of Samson Dauda. But guys, gals, Samson Dauda is a beast. He is, 300 pounds? To Dexter's, I don't know. Dexter, he was the smallest Olympia champion since the 80s. I think Lee Haney was probably heavier than him. Wouldn't he have been? Because he was so tall. Dexter's the lightest champion since Samir Banu. Maybe. It's a little heavier here, 2009. But having said that, you size police. But Mark's Max Muscle, you have missized this one. I will go away. Well, listen. First of all, Dexter, he was a master. Oh. I didn't even give you my opinion on that front double, and they're changing me here. Terry, looking at his watch, you see. Yes, Dexter, he holds his wheels very straight to Samson's bowing them, just slightly. And the front double, I have to be honest, I was a little surprised how good Dexter the Blade Jackson was doing against a giant, the arm department in particular. But here in the front lat spread, I am reverting back to my original thought in this one. Samson's so much bigger, and his condition is probably the same. And yes, it's not a stretch of the imagination. Dexter was peeled. Hey, Samson was peeled in 2024 at the Olympia. So, obviously, a point to Samson. Some of you guys, you Dexterites, would give Dexter the front double just based on the arms alone. Now turn to the side. You see, I made Samson a little bit taller in the side chest because his far leg's a little bit straighter, I think, than Dexter the Blade Jackson. Usually, for the most part, Dexter holds his wheel straighter, but the side chest, that's a little different situation. Look at the size of the quads and the arms on Dexter. He is a package of dynamite. Because dynamite comes in small packages. Never mind. It's an old saying. Now, this is another situation, folks, where you have to look at this. I love Dexter. You guys all do, too. But I like Samson, too. And if we're being realistic, that's a lot of size. Here's a side tricep. Dexter looked awesome in 2009 in the side tricep. Usually was not his best pose. You know what's funny? And it might take me a minute to explain all this out. 2008 is when they introduced the 202, which evolved into the 212 division. They said to themselves, we have Ronnie King Coleman, he's 300 pounds. Jay Cutler, he's pushing size. Let's just make a smaller division. In 2008. And then that's the year Little Dext, he won. They were probably like, we didn't even really need to make that division if the little guys can win the Olympia titles. You guys think that's funny? Not like hilarious funny, but, well, I do. Here is the back lat spread, a very sharp pose for one Dexter Jackson. I could see why they call him the Blade, because he is shredded to the diced. You guys ever notice Dexter the Blade and Cutler, Jay Cutler, Blades cut? fellow messaged me the other day excited about knowing about that. So nobody ever makes that comparison. I don't know if he sounds like that, but anyway, kudos to him for noticing that. Cutler, blade. It's funny. So, all I see is a pair of striated glutes and a Christmas tree, We can't ignore that. But as Lee Priest once said, who cares about striated glutes? Aside from a striated badonkadonk. Who's got the better hamstrings? Samson does. Who has the bigger, thicker, wider back? Samson does. He's just too big. He's too massive. I love Dexter's pose, though. That Christmas tree. Perfection. Pure perfection. Pure. Here's the back double biceps pose. I made that noise the other day. Forgot my protein shaker there, my protein cup, my gym bag for like a couple of weeks. Opened that lid up. No idea why I went back for another sniff. Anyway, same situation here. Yeah, Dexter the Blade Jackson. There is something to be said about how perfect his poses were. He was too big for classic, but if you could put these lines and this perfection on a taller physique, that would be classic physique. Everything is just so. Know what I'm saying? Little too big for that, though. If you also know what I'm suggesting. Here is the abs and thigh, and what do you want, folks? Do you want me to tell you that Dexter, because I like him, he's winning? No. If he was just as big, it would be a much better matchup, obviously. Samson might still get him. Never know. Dexter the Blade Jackson, very sharp in the abs back in 2009, 2008. Started to get a little full here. He was a little bit fuller 2009. And then after that, by 2015, placed second again. He was pretty full in the old Cassis. Here is the most muscular to finish this one off. So absolutely, you could say Dexter has better lines. Look at the traps on the guy, better arms. He's just so much smaller and not more conditioned. I don't think. Judging by pictures. He was shredded, sure. But remember, guys, Samson Dauda 2024, it was his finest condition. He was pretty shredded. So having said that, Samson Dauda, absolutely, he wins this comparison. Whether you like the guy's physique or not, he is a lot of beef on the hoof. And of course, Dexter the Blade Jackson, he deserves respect too. He won the Olympia title. Nobody was better that night in 2008. Jay Cutler, he was worse in 2007. Jeez, 2007. Give the title to anybody. Dennis Wolf. Oh, Anyway. This is my 3,800th or 816th, I should say, video. So I hope you guys have been enjoying them, and I appreciate all your thumbs ups, your subscriptions, things of that nature. Have a great one.